Welcome back, everyone. We've got quite a fascinating article here sent in by a listener, and it's called The Digital Evolution.
Oh, yeah, I know this one.
Yeah, by the Procure4 marketing team. It's all about the history of advertising technology. And I think it's going to be a really interesting deep dive.
I think so too. Yeah, that's a really interesting topic.
So, where do we even begin with history that spans like centuries and technologies? What do you think?
Well, believe it or not, advertising goes way back, even to like the pre-digital era.
Really?
Yeah, like way back. Think about town criers in ancient Rome, announcing events,
Oh, wow, yeah.
hand-painted signs on shops, or even early print ads in newspapers.
Wow. So that's how it all started?
Yeah. It's amazing to think that those were the building blocks of what we now consider this multi-million dollar industry.
It's true. It's true. It's fascinating to think that even back then, though, the core function was the same,
Hmm.
connecting with an audience.
Yeah.
It's just how that's changed so dramatically over time.
Right, exactly. And I think that's kind of a theme that we see throughout this whole evolution.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So we've got the town crier with his scroll. What comes next in this journey?
Well, we enter what I like to call the physical age of advertising.
Okay.
This is where things get a bit more tangible. So think posters plastered on walls, billboards, dominating the skyline, and print ads in those glossy magazines.
Yeah,
These become the heavy hitters of the advertising world.
yeah. Now we're talking. This is where those classic images come to mind, right? The whole Mad Men era.
Oh, yeah.
Those slick cigarette ads and catchy jingles on the radio. They weren't just selling products. They were like creating cultural moments.
Absolutely. And the introduction of radio, that was a game changer, really.
In what way?
Well, it brought a whole new dimension to advertising by incorporating sound.
Right.
Jingles became earworms,
Yeah.
sound effects added drama, and narration could, evoke emotions in a way that print just couldn't.
That's so true.
And I think this is really where building a distinct brand identity through audio, really took off.
Yeah, for sure. So it's really interesting. We've gone from shouting in the streets to like crafting sonic experiences.
It's amazing.
It's incredible how technology has shaped the way brands reach their audience.
It really is. And then along came television, and, well, you know what they say. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
That's right.
Moving images combined with sound and color created this immersive experience that really captivated viewers.
Yeah.
And suddenly, advertisers could tell much richer stories and create much more impactful commercials.
I mean, those jingles that we were just talking about, now they had like visuals to match. The TV
Exactly.
commercials weren't just ads anymore. They became these mini events that people would talk about the next day.
Mm,
Did you see that new Coke commercial last night?
Right.
That kind of thing.
totally.
Yeah.
And television also gave rise to what we call, brand icons. Those memorable characters or mascots that became synonymous with certain products, like think Tony the Tiger or the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, classic.
Right. These icons added a layer of personality and memorability to brands, making them more relatable to consumers. And then the art of storytelling and advertising became even more critical, with commercials starting to resemble mini movies, captivating audiences with narratives and emotions.
Yeah, so it sounds like this was like a golden age of creativity. But then the internet explodes onto the scene and things change forever, right?
You could say that the internet comes along and, well, the world became a much smaller place. It created a global audience for advertisers. And search engines, they became the new town square, the place where everyone went to find information and connect.
It must have felt like, I know, like the Wild West of advertising back then.
Oh, yeah.
Banner ads popping up everywhere, companies like scrambling to get their website to the top of Google search results. What a time to be in marketing.
It was a wild ride for sure. And this is where we see the emergence of search engine marketing, or SING, as it's called.
Okay.
And now advertisers could target their ads based on what people were actively searching for online. It was a massive shift towards data-driven advertising.
Oh, okay. So instead of just blasting out a message to like everyone, advertisers could now target specific groups of people who are actually interested in their products.
Yeah.
It's like going from a megaphone to a laser pointer.
Precisely. This new level of targeting, it was a game changer. It allowed advertisers to connect with the right audience at the right time with the right message. It was a pivotal moment in the evolution of advertising technology.
Wow, so we've gone from town criers to like targeted search ads. It's amazing how advertising has become so much more, I don't know, sophisticated.
It really is a fascinating evolution, and it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
The next big leap is the mobile revolution.
Oh yeah, smartphones, right?
Smartphones, exactly.
That changed everything.
They-
It's like suddenly everyone's carrying around this tiny computer in their pocket connected to the internet like 24/7. I remember when those first came out, it felt like the future had arrived.
Absolutely. Smartphones brought constant connectivity, access to social media, which opened up a treasure trove of data for advertisers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, think about it. Your location, your browsing history, your social interactions, it's all there.
Yeah, a little creepy, but also kind of amazing from a marketing perspective, right?
It is a double-edged sword, that's for sure. But from a purely technological standpoint, mobile advertising allowed for a level of personalization never seen before.
Okay, so what does that look like?
So think like push notifications tailored to your interests, in-app ads that feel relevant, location-based promotions that pop up just when you need them.
It's like having like a personal shopper following you around both online and in the real world.
That's a great way to put it. And this is where we start to see the early stages of AI-powered advertising. Algorithms analyze all that data we were just talking about to predict your preferences and serve you ads that are more likely to, resonate.
Okay, so now we're getting into some really futuristic stuff. But before we go too far down that road, I'm curious, with all this talk about data and targeting and everything, what about privacy? That seems like a pretty big concern to me.
You're absolutely right to bring that up. Data privacy is a huge issue in today's digital landscape, for sure. And it's something that marketing procurement professionals are grappling with constantly.
So it's not just about finding the coolest new technologies, it's also about using them responsibly and ethically. That seems like, I don't know, a tough balancing act.
It is, and the stakes are high. Consumers are becoming more aware of how their data is being used, and they're demanding transparency and control.
Right.
So for marketing procurement, this means finding ad tech solutions that prioritize user privacy while still delivering results for their clients.
It's like they're the ethical gatekeepers of the advertising world,
Yeah.
making sure the technology is used for good, not for, well, let's just say, less than ideal purposes.
That's a good way to think about it. They play a crucial role in navigating this complex landscape of data privacy, ensuring that consumer data is handled responsibly and ethically.
So we've talked about mobile data and this growing importance of ethics and advertising. But what about the really cutting edge stuff? You mentioned AI earlier. What role is that playing in the future of advertising?
Well, AI is poised to revolutionize advertising in ways we can only begin to imagine, really. I mean, we're talking about hyper personalization, where ads adapt to your mood, the time of day, even like the weather.
Wow.
Imagine scrolling through your social media feed and you see an ad for a hot cup of coffee on a chilly morning.
Right.
Or like a suggestion for a light salad on a scorching summer afternoon.
That's incredible. It's like the ads are becoming intuitive, reading our minds and anticipating our needs.
In a sense, yeah. But it's not just about predicting what we want. AI can also help create more engaging and interactive experiences. Think about virtual reality showrooms where you can try on clothes before you buy them, or augmented reality demos that let you visualize how, a new couch would look in your living room.
Okay, that's just cool. It sounds like the future of advertising is going to be a lot more immersive and experiential.
It is, and that's where the lines between advertising, entertainment, and even everyday life start to blur.
Okay.
Imagine a world where ads are seamlessly integrated into our surroundings, offering us valuable information and experiences that, enhance our daily routines.
So instead of feeling bombarded by annoying pop-ups and irrelevant banner ads, we'll be encountering ads that are actually helpful and, I don't know, relevant to our lives.
That's the ideal scenario, right? Of course, there are challenges to overcome, and we need to be mindful of the potential downsides. But if we approach this new era of advertising thoughtfully and ethically, the possibilities are, incredibly exciting.
They are.
Yeah.
But, I also wonder, with all these technological advancements and all this, do the, old school principles of advertising still matter? You know what I mean? Storytelling, emotional connection, building a strong brand identity. Are those things still relevant in this high-tech world?
Absolutely. In fact, I'd argue that those principles are more important than ever.
Oh, okay.
I mean, technology is just a tool. It's how we use that tool that truly matters.
So it's not about replacing human creativity with algorithms. It's
Yeah.
about finding ways to, like, enhance that creativity with the power of technology.
Exactly. Think of it this way. AI can analyze massive amounts of data to understand consumer behavior.
Right.
But it's still up to human marketers to craft those compelling stories that resonate with those consumers on an emotional level.
So it's like a collaboration between, I don't know, human ingenuity and technological power.
Precisely. And that's what makes this field so dynamic and fascinating. It's a constant dance between creativity, data, and technology, all aimed at achieving that ultimate goal of, connecting with consumers in a meaningful and impactful way.
It sounds like we're on the verge of like a whole new world of advertising, one where technology and creativity are, I don't know, intertwined in ways we never even thought possible. So
Yeah.
where do we go from here? What's next for this ever-evolving industry?
That's the million-dollar question, right? I mean, we've talked about AI, AR, VR, and those are definitely going to be major players in shaping the future of advertising. But I think, it's not just about the technologies themselves, it's about how they're used.
So how do you see these technologies like being used in, say, 5, 10 years from now? Paint me a picture of the future.
Hmm. Well, I think we're going to see a shift away from traditional advertising as we know it, the kind that like interrupts our experience and just feels intrusive.
Right.
Instead, I think advertising will become more integrated and contextual, almost like seamlessly woven into our daily lives.
Okay, can you give me like an example of what that might look like?
Sure. Imagine you're walking down the street, right?
Yeah.
And your smart glasses, they recognize that you're near a coffee shop that you frequent.
Hmm.
And so they like subtly suggest a new drink based on your like, previous orders, maybe even offer a discount to, entice you to stop in.
Wow.
Or picture yourself playing a video game and you see billboards within the game world, but they advertise real world products, maybe that are relevant to your character's, needs.
That's fascinating. It's like the ads are becoming part of the experience itself rather than being these like separate jarring interruptions.
Exactly. And with the rise of the Internet of Things, the possibilities for this type of integrated advertising, well, they're kind of endless.
Yeah. What else? What else can you think of?
I mean, your refrigerator could suggest recipes based on the ingredients you have on hand. Your
No.
car could recommend like scenic routes for your next road trip, all while subtly promoting brands and products along the way.
Okay, it sounds amazing, but also, I don't know, a little bit unnerving.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how much data is being collected about us, and how is it being used to, shape these experiences?
Yeah, no, that's a valid concern for sure. And it brings us back to the importance of, ethics in advertising. As these technologies become more sophisticated, the role of marketing procurement becomes even more crucial.
Okay, so in what way?
I think they need to be the ones asking those tough questions. How is this data being collected? How is it being used? Is it respecting user privacy?
So again, it's not just about finding the coolest, most cutting-edge tech. It's also about making sure that the technology is being used responsibly and ethically. That seems like I don't know, a pretty big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility, but I think it's also an exciting challenge.
Yeah.
Marketing procurement professionals, they're really at the forefront of shaping the future of advertising,
Mm.
ensuring that it's not only effective, but also ethical and sustainable.
So for someone who's like, interested in pursuing a career in this field, what kind of advice would you give them? What skills and knowledge are like essential for navigating this ever-changing landscape?
Hmm. Well, I think first and foremost, you need a passion for both technology and marketing. I mean, you need to be comfortable with the latest digital tools and trends while also understanding the core principles of marketing and communication.
Sounds like a pretty, I don't know, a pretty unique blend of technical expertise and creative thinking.
It is. And beyond that, I'd say curiosity and a willingness to learn are really essential. I mean, the advertising industry is constantly evolving, so you need to be adaptable and eager to embrace, new ideas and technologies.
It's like you're never really done learning in this field. There's always something new to discover.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so exciting. You're constantly pushing the boundaries, exploring new possibilities, and shaping the way brands connect with consumers in a, rapidly changing world.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today, from the ancient origins of advertising to these, I don't know, mind-blowing possibilities of the future. It's been an incredible journey.
It has. And if there's one takeaway I hope our listeners walk away with, it's that the future of advertising is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
Right.
Technology is a powerful tool, and it's up to us to use it wisely to create a future where advertising enhances our lives, rather than detracting from them.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a powerful message to end on. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the world of advertising technology. We hope you found it enlightening and engaging.
It's been a pleasure.
And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those curiosity gears turning.